Hey everybody, so here I am on Jakobstrasse, as in Jacob Strasse, and I'm standing in front of one of the many gates in Augsburg. This is the Jakober Tor. Tor is a gate, and I believe Jakober is meaning Jacob or Jakob Fuggerei. And we're going to be going to the Fuggerei here in a minute. But in Augsburg, we have many city gates, and I'm going to try to visit a couple of them. But this is one of the ones I tend to go through a lot. And it's a beautiful gate. I'm not even sure how old it is, but it's a few hundred years old anyway. And what I'm in is a part of the what they call the old city, or the Altstadt. And in front of me, you can see a beautiful church right in the middle of the road. And then in the back of the church, you can see the profile of the Rathaus and the Perlock Tower. So that's the city hall, and that's the tower next to it behind the church. So we're gonna head up this way, and kind of an overcast day today. They've been getting some weather. It's been unbelievably hot here for the last few days, and this tends to happen about a couple weeks every summer. And now we're in the transition going into a cooler period. So a little overcast, but that's all right. I think the rain's gonna hold off for a while. So let's head up here. So where I am right now is I am in what's known as the Fuggerei. And this is the oldest, I'll call it subsidized housing complex, I believe, in the world. It was established by the Fugger family, or Jacob Fugger the Younger. And it was built around 1521. And this is a residency for needy people. Here you can see we're right in back of the Rathaus. And this area, what happened is Jacob Fugger the Younger was a very wealthy man, and he decided he wanted to help needy people. And so he built this complex. And this complex is a place where he charges, even today, only €1, actually it's 0.88 euro, but we'll say $1 a year to live here. And in essence, this is a walled city that the doors close at night. So it has a kind of a medieval concept to it, in that it has a wall around it, or it's sealed up. Kind of what we would call in America a gated community. And it's very interesting because this has been ongoing since 1521, and it still goes on today, and the people only pay about $1 a year. It's not a very large area, but it is large enough that it houses quite a few people. I'm not sure the exact amount. Some requirements to live here. One is you have to have lived in Augsburg for 2 years. 2, you must be of Catholic faith. And 3, you must be poverty stricken without any debt. So you must be poor, but you must not carry any debt. When you come here, when you move in, then you must recite 3 prayers to the founders of the Fuggerei. Now, one of the famous people that lived here, or who has an attachment, was Mozart's grandfather, Franz Mozart. And apparently he was a mason of some sort. And this area here has many first floor apartments with the door coming right off the street, and many second floor apartments. So, oh, look at this. We're coming up on a sign. I just mentioned this. And what it says is, in this house, Franz Mozart, the grandfather to Mozart, lived here in this apartment. And in Augsburg, I believe it's up around the city center, there is a big statue to Jakob Fuggerei the Younger. And because he was a very prominent citizen, and his establishing of this residency is just an unbelievable thing that he did. So very interesting to walk around here. It's a very unique housing area. And as I said, it is the oldest public housing in the world. Another thing I want to add is that the way this housing complex still exists today is that Jacob Fuggerei gave a large donation back in the day, a trust, if you will, to keep this going. And throughout the years, it has been carefully managed, and it has allowed this to continue on by careful management of that trust. Now, one little note I want to make is that the Fuggerei was damaged during World War II. Through renovation, they brought it back to its original state, to the standard that you see today. Beautiful place, well worth the visit to walk through because of its very uniqueness. As you can see, this in back of me is the small church on the premises. And although it's closed, right across from the church is a little beer garden. The beer garden is for guests. Although residents can come here too, I'm sure, but this is more the little guest spot to relax and have a refreshment. But this is the church. So in back of me, you see what is known as the Rotes Tor. Now, just so you know, Tor actually means gate. And this is one of the older gates. You can see part of the wall that went around the city. And they call this the Rotes Tor because Rot is red. And as you can see, the top is red. And maybe back in the day, it was all red. But this is the Rotes Tor. And there are numerous gates throughout the city. This is a beautiful little square we're standing in. And you can see the wall comes around here. This wall used to go around the whole city. And it comes up here. And if we go through the gate, or actually go around it, we'll come over here. And you'll see another part of the gate. This would be the outside of the gate. Where I was a minute ago was the inside. And what they have here is the Rotus Tour Theater, or theater, just adjacent to the gate. So this is where they hold live events, plenty of seating. And here's a walkway. You can see more of the way people got through the gate, coming across this ravine, so to speak. Then they'd walk through here. And as they entered the city, they would go through this initial gate and then the next bigger gate, which is now closed off in these times, as you can see. And you can see on this side how it is red. So I'm just looking for something to do today, touring around. And look at this, is probably old horse stables, things of that nature. You can see it's pretty well preserved, a lot of this stuff. They actually have a roosting place set up for the pigeons. Pretty cool. It's actually a little coop up there. So, and as you can see, there's a sundial. Of course, today is overcast, so I have no idea what time it is. So, let's go on to the next event. So hey everybody, I was just touring around Augsburg, and I'm gonna sit here and have a nice little bite to eat. What I've ordered is a Wiener Schnitzel. Now, when you're in Germany, a lot of times you'll see Schnitzel Wiener Art, or you'll see Wiener Schnitzel. Now, what a Wiener Schnitzel is a cutlet, and Wiener Schnitzel is a cutlet, and Wiener actually means Vienna. So, it's a Vienna style cutlet. Now, if you just get a Wiener Schnitzel, that is a veal cutlet breaded and fried. But if you get a Schnitzel Wiener Art, then what that could be is chicken, or maybe in some instances turkey or something like that, done in the same style. So it's Wiener Art. It's in the same style of the Wiener Schnitzel, which the original Wiener Schnitzel is veal. And that's what I ordered today. I ordered it with a little bit of potato salad. And the potato salad over here is not like America, where it's mixed in with mayonnaise. It's more of a pickled potato salad, but it's very good. It's very good. And I also, because it's like 11 o'clock in the morning, I got a water. Where I'm eating, this was an old cinema when I was here in Augsburg. And you can see where it says the König von Flandern in capital, because it was the Capitol Cinema. And this was the front entrance, and you would have the movie posters on the left or right. And now the cinema closed about, I think, 6 years ago. And so now they've turned it into a restaurant right here on Maximilianstrasse. There's a fountain right here. Then up back, we have another street. And you can see the painted building. This is iconic in Augsburg, this building here. And then it goes down the street to the Rathaus, or the City Hall, or the Rathaus Plaza. Okay, one of the problems in Germany is a lot of people still smoke. It's on the decline, but it still exists. So this restaurant I'm sitting in has an indoor area, but I'm sitting in the outdoor area because I like that. But what I didn't realize that it's also the area where a lot of smokers go. So I changed seats a minute ago because I was getting a little too much. But my food just arrived, and here's what it looks like. So you have schnitzel, Kartoffelsalat, which is potato salad. You can see it's different, and I'm not sure what that is. I think it's some type of cranberry sauce. I'll find out. So it's time for me to eat. Let's see what we have here. Veal schnitzel. Excellent. Very good. And this is a salad, potato salad. Oh. I think what they do with the potato salad is they mix it with cucumber, which is the basis of a pickle, and they pickle it mildly. It's really, really good. And here, that's a cranberry sauce. That's excellent. Wow. Cranberry sauce. Wow. All right, I'm going to continue to eat. Then we'll do some more filming later.